They really now, you'll go to the sound bites coming next. You'll hear them. They think they've turned the corner. Like April 15th, everybody's going to file their taxes. Is Obama going to do a Rose Garden ceremony to talk about how persuasive he's been, how many people love the income tax? My God, look at this, folks. Look at how many have complied this year. Look how many people love the income tax. And the income tax is making our country and transfer of wealth possible. Look at how many millions and millions and millions of people file their taxes. Yeah. And of course they're not going to do that because it's mandatory. It's the law. And it makes what happened in the Rose Garden yesterday, A, disingenuous, B, dishonest, and C, irrelevant. In fact, it's embarrassing. You've got a deadline that some people think has been extended and some people don't know it hasn't been extended. Some people do. It's the individual mandate. The law of the land is, as far as most low information people are concerned, you got to be either you got to have health insurance by yesterday or you have to pay your penalty. And only 7 million, and that's not even a real number, as we have come to learn and as our instincts yesterday guided us. It's not even the real number. Let's start on the audio sound bites, and we'll mix your calls in with all this stuff as well. So those of you on hold are not going to be languishing forever out there. This is a montage from yesterday, last night, and this morning of the drive-bys orgasmically reveling in Obama's victory lap.
President Obama took a kind of victory lap.
President Obama called reporters to the White House for something of a victory lap.
What was basically a victory lap here in the Rose Garden.
The president's victory lap.
The president taking a victory lap.
A bit of a victory lap.
The victory lap, or crowing and saying, "We told you so."
The president's healthcare victory lap.
A chance to take a victory lap.
The victory lap.
It was a pep rally as much as a victory lap.
And that is what a victory lap sounds like.
The public victory lap.
The president's victory lap yesterday in the Rose Garden. It's hard not to call this a victory lap.
Really? You think one of you people, just one of you, could have called it something else? A celebration? You all called it a victory lap. Every one of you. Every single drive-by reporter called it a victory lap. So it didn't matter where you watched the news yesterday. That's what you got. Well, let's go back to the graveyard of forgotten favorites, shall we? January 2005. Here is a drive-by media montage of condemnation George W. Bush for displaying hubris at the beginning of his second term, for daring to claim a mandate. If you'll recall, you may not recall, so I will tell you. After Bush's re-election in 2004, first met the press, 2004, 2005. This is from January 2005, and he said he was going to start spending his political capital. That's how he said it. Meaning he had a mandate. He won by a large margin. He had a mandate. He ran on a campaign of specific things, and he was going to start doing it. And the drive-bys were not happy and decided to condemn Bush. Now, when you win an election, the aftermath is a victory lap. But this is not what they call that. Oh, no. This was Bush being braggadocious and filled with hubris, and it was very, very bad.
A president thinking that he has more of a mandate than he does, hubris, if you will.
He has a hubris issue.
Hubris can also reach to overreaching. Hubris. A scandal often is a product of hubris.
Hubris in the second term. Do you agree with the hubris?
Well, I think the hubris
is certainly the problem.
Or whether he's going to be captured by hubris.
The other problem is hubris.
You just have to be careful about what the ancient Greeks called hubris.
The president is susceptible to hubris.
When somebody accuses Bush of hubris,
Use the word hubristic, meaning hubris.
It approached the edge of being hubristic, filled with hubris.
But you can't get caught up in hubris.
Have you seen hubris in the past 4 years?
No, this wasn't about hubris.
Only one guy, it was Bill Schneider. Whatever happened to Bill Schneider? Did he move to Moscow, finally make it official? He used to wear one of those big Moscow hats. Remember the wintertime in New England? He put the hat like the old Soviet leaders wore and put him on a report from outside the polling place. Bill Schneider, remember him? He's the guy at the end there said, no, this wasn't about hubris. Just And, of course, remember when Bush celebrated victory on the deck of the aircraft carrier when he landed after the invasion of Iraq? They hated that. They didn't permit any victory lap there. But when Obama does it, and let's not forget, what was the mission of Obamacare? Was the mission of Obamacare to sign up 7.1 million people? No, ladies and gentlemen. Obamacare was supposed to insure 43, whatever number, millions of people who didn't have insurance. That's what Obamacare was supposed to do. Obamacare wasn't supposed to sign up 7 million people. Signing up 7 million people is chump change, irrelevant. It's embarrassingly insignificant. And yet they're all throwing themselves a party there in the Rose Garden. They're deluding themselves. I mean, if you take the most rosy figures, they've only insured about 6 million. I don't even think that's an accurate number because nothing's changed. They don't even really know. But it will give them benefit of the doubt. If they've insured 6 million, 4.5 million of them are in Medicaid. That's not Obamacare. So, the mission was to insure 43 million uninsured. And they've got 7 million signed up on a day dictated by law. They're actually celebrating people complying with the law as though this is some great sales job or massive job of great persuasion by Obama. Is it 47? The AP? Okay. AP today is saying 47 million uninsured. Status update has health law marks a milestone. See, there you go. What milestone? We've got 47 million uninsured. The number is growing after 3 years of Obamacare. Well, 3 years since passage. They're deluding themselves. They're again creating and living in a false reality, and they end up believing it, folks. Be right back.